6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Yom-e-Istehsal is being observed today against New Delhi's illegal action of revoking special status of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir 5 years ago. Prime Minister has assured Pakistan's unflinching support to Kashmiri people and leadership till realization of their right to self-determination. Military spokesperson says illegal action of New Delhi to change the demographic structure of the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is a threat to regional peace. Organization of Islamic Cooperation has called upon the international community to increase efforts for the settlement of Jammu and Kashmir dispute. In Bangladesh, Prime Minister Hasina has resigned after violent clashes between protesters and security forces. 40 Palestinians were martyred and 71 injured in unabated Israeli strikes across besieged Gaza during the last 24 hours. And now the news in detail. Yom-e-Istehsal is being observed today to express solidarity with the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir against India's illegal and unilateral action on this day in 2019. 5 years ago, Hindutva-influenced BJP-led Indian regime had illegally and unilaterally revoked Article 370 and 35A of the Indian Constitution, ending the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. Today, 1 minute silence was observed at 9 in the morning and all the moving traffic came to a halt. National anthems of Pakistan and Azad Kashmir were played. A range of activities were organized throughout the country to observe Yom-e-Istehsal with the active participation of Pakistani and Kashmiri diaspora. Pakistan's diplomatic missions around the world also arranged special events to raise global awareness about the plight of the Kashmiri people. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Kashmiris also observed Yom-e-Istehsal as a black day today. Authorities had intensified restrictions across occupied Jammu and Kashmir to prevent protests and rallies against India's illegal action of the revocation of Article 370 with increased military presence and checkpoints in the territory. The authorities put senior APIC leader Agha Sayyid Hassan al-Muswi al-Safi, Mehbooba Mufti and many others under house arrest. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has reiterated that Pakistan will continue its diplomatic efforts at all international forums to support just struggle of Kashmiri people till realization of their right to self-determination in accordance with the United Nations resolutions. Addressing the special session of Azad Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly through video link this afternoon, he said Father of the Nation Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah had declared Kashmir as jugular vein of Pakistan. The Prime Minister said on this day in 2019, Modi government, through illegal actions, usurped fundamental rights of Kashmiri people by revoking Article 370 and 35A, ending the special status of illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir in Indian Constitution. The BJP government allowed illegal settlements of non-local people in the held territory, which has badly affected millions of people. Shehbaz Sharif reiterated that the day will come very soon when Kashmiris will celebrate their independence. Talking about the atrocities being perpetrated by the Indian forces in the held territory, the Prime Minister said Indian government for the past 77 years has been committing gross human rights violations which could not weaken the spirit of the self-determination in the Kashmiri people. The armed forces of Pakistan are standing with the just struggle of the valiant people of Kashmir for their right to self-determination. This resolve was expressed by Director General Inter-Services Public Relations Lieutenant General Ahmad Sharif Chaudhry in Rawalpindi this afternoon on the occasion of Yom-e-Istehsal. He said illegal Indian actions to change the demographic structure of the occupied Jammu and Kashmir as well as grave human rights violations are an open transgression of international laws and a threat to the regional peace. He said the resolution of Kashmir dispute as per the UN resolutions and aspirations of the Kashmiris is inevitable for durable peace and stability in the region. The DGISPR further said that the armed forces of Pakistan present tribute to the supreme sacrifices of Kashmiri martyrs on the day of Yom-e-Istehsal. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation has called for the respect of the internationally recognized status of Jammu and Kashmir and reversal of all illegal unilateral measures taken by India on or after August 5, 2019. The OIC General Secretariat in a statement expressed its full support with the Kashmiri people in their struggle for the right to self-determination. It also called upon the international community to increase efforts for the settlement of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute on the basis of relevant UN Security Council resolutions. This is Radio Pakistan. Wife of Kashmiri Hurriyat leader Yasin Malik, Mishal Hussain Malik, has called for a ban on BJP-affiliated Hindu extremist groups RSS and HSS. In an exclusive interview with Radio Pakistan's News and Current Affairs channel, she said these transnational terror outfits of India must be declared terrorist organizations, otherwise peace will remain elusive. Mishal Hussain Malik said since 5th August 2019, the Indian government has taken direct control of lands, religious and historical sites in the territory. She said that handicraft, tourism and agriculture industry in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir has been destroyed due to curfew imposed by the Indian regime. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 15 people were killed and 20 others injured in rain-related incidents during the last 24 hours. According to a report of the Provincial Disaster Management Authority, the casualties have been reported in Charsadda, Karak, Tank, Malakand, Upper and Lower Chitral, Lower Dir, Bajor, Puner, Shangla and South Waziristan districts. 19 houses were completely damaged while 54 partially damaged due to rains. The Relief Department has declared an emergency in Upper Chitral till 30th August. PDMA has distributed essential items to the affected people in the areas including blankets, camps, beddings, mosquito nets and other items. The control room of PDMA is operational round the clock and people can access the helpline 1700 to report any natural calamity. In Bangladesh, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina Wajid has resigned as huge march of protesters in capital Dhaka entered official residence of the Prime Minister. According to media reports, huge crowds of cheering protesters stormed her official residence despite a curfew and internet clampdown. Army Chief General Waqar-uz-Zaman said in a televised address that interim government would be formed. Waqar-uz-Zaman said he is going to meet President Mohammad Shahabuddin that a solution would be found by the end of the day. The army chief said he had already spoken to the country's opposition political parties. 40 Palestinians were martyred and 71 injured in unabated Israeli strikes across besieged Gaza during the last 24 hours. The Israeli army also returned the bodies of 84 Palestinians to Gaza. It was not clear when or how they were martyred. The enclave's health ministry said martyrdom toll of Palestinians in Israeli aggression on Gaza since October 7 last year has risen to over 39,600. In the Paris Olympics, China is leading medal with 21 gold. The United States of America is at second place with 19 gold medals, followed by France with 12 gold. And finally, the weather. More rain, windstorm and thunder shower is expected in Sindh, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, South and Southeast Punjab, Pothohar region, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. Heavy falls are also likely at isolated places in northeastern and South Balochistan, Southeast and Upper Sindh, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Northeast and South Punjab and Kashmir. And now the headlines once again. Yom-e-Istehsal is being observed today against New Delhi's illegal action of revoking special status of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir 5 years ago. Military spokesperson says illegal action of New Delhi to change the demographic structure of the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir is a threat to the regional peace. In Bangladesh, Prime Minister Hasina has resigned after violent clashes between protesters and security forces. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.